Brr, I felt a chill up my spine. It must be Peter the podcast poltergeist.
It's me, Peter the podcast poltergeist, here to haunt you with how stagnant podcasting has gotten.
Jesus fucking Christ, Peter the podcast poltergeist. Podcasting sure is difficult and hard, but now there's a solution, tentatively. We here at Video Game Choo Choo are advertising Castn, C-A-S-T-N. It's an upcoming podcast app that will make podcasting easier on your end and on our end. Listening to podcasts is like listening to a conversation between friends. Their ultimate goal is to create a seamless platform for podcasters and fans to connect. Isn't that great, you awful ghoul?
Ooh, this sounds bone-chillingly exciting.
Jesus Christ.
Wait, you already used the bone-chilling thing at the beginning, god damn it!
The hairs on the back of my neck are standing up with value. They have an Indiegogo up right now, and you can donate to it. Get on the ground floor of this thing. It's really cool. They've got stuff like a spoiler warning feature, which will alert listeners to potential spoilers and allow them to skip and save the spoiler-filled sections for later. They've got a direct communicative link between podcasters and listeners, as well as opening a channel between fellow fans and fan groups. It seems really cool, but they need your help to get off the ground. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to go to tinyurl.com/fartfacejohn and tell them we sent you. That's tinyurl.com/fartfacejohn.
I'm leaving this body right now. Wait, why is that the tiny URL? Why did you do this to me? I mean, I had a ghost inside of me, and the ghost was so... Like, I heard that, and I got so pissed that I forced the ghost out of my body. What the hell is your problem?
My problem is, like, your fart face, John. That's tinyurl.com/fartfacejohn, and you can donate. It's better than the Ghostbusters.
No, it's not.
Not better than Ghostbusters the film, better than the Ghostbusters, as a concept.
Alright, because, like, Ghostbusters 2 is kind of weak. Anyway, Castn.
John, why don't you say that tiny URL one more time?
tinyurl.com/fartfacejohn.
Thanks, John.
Everyone listening to the Video Game Choo Choo on your device, whatever device you may choose. It is the Video Game Choo Choo. You're listening to the right podcast. You press the button, you downloaded it, it's in your device, in your ears, in your brain, in your soul.
Oh jeez.
I'm your ever-ready host, John Machonsky. With me this week are two illustrious patrons of the video game arts. We have Lauren Boley back once again. And we also have Mike Casamano.
Been demoted to last.
Yeah.
Damn.
Said that last week that he was going to notice.
Yeah, you were right. He was going to notice. What do you know?
Yeah, I was right, yeah. Will Westwater... Oh, sorry.
Will Westwater's not here this week.
Will Westwater isn't with us... Yeah, Will Westwater isn't with us this week. He's a bit too busy to be on our show again. So hopefully he's back next week. But in the meantime, we got more people than last time. So maybe next week we'll have 4, and the week after we'll have 5. And eventually this podcast will encompass the entire human race, and nobody will listen to it anymore because they were there.
Yeah, because people are really listening to it now.
Oh, yeah, they are.
Yeah.
So don't talk shit, Mike. How about you respect the people that download and listen to our program instead of talking down to them like some charlatan?
I respect nobody.
Alright, that's enough. How about we ignore that clown and we talk to Lauren really quick. Lauren, how are you doing lately?
I'm pretty good. I got back on my medicine.
Good for you. I'm glad to hear that you're on the path to,
something.
Better whatever you take medicine for. I'm not sure.
In this case, it's hormone.
But... Alright, I won't
Sex medicine.
Sure.
Oh, all right. Okay. I didn't want to assume, but yeah, I'm glad. Yeah, I hope you're on the path to
Sure.
to improvement. As always.
You want to try that again?
Yes.
Man, you guys,
Very
this podcast
desperately.
used to be so much better when Mike was hosting.
Jeez.
Where did that guy go, I wonder? I'm throwing
man.
hella shade
Are we gonna
right
edit
now.
this out?
Okay. Okay, let me
No,
try
gotta
that
go.
again.
We gotta
No,
go.
let's do it. Let's go.
You
No,
made
let
the
me try
mistake.
that again.
Mike, how are you doing this
No,
week?
I'm
I'm
doing
fine.
great,
Jesus
Lauren. How are you doing?
did I just get demoted right now?
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host, Mike Casamano.
What the fuck?
Hey, Mike, how you doing? Also with us
my
is John
God.
Wachowski.
Lauren, how's it going?
I played.
Lauren, what'd you play this week?
I played a lot of stuff this week. I actually played Luigi's Mansion right before I came in here. I was like trying that out for the first time. I didn't get to play it much, but
The original one?
yeah, the original one on the GameCube.
So, Lauren, tell us about Luigi's Mansion.
I can't say much about it since I just started I don't even have an hour of playtime. I think I played long enough to get to the baby boss, and that was kind of like creepy. And then I saw the doctor like turning the ghosts into paintings, and I was like, oh my god, this is not humane. Whenever there's like ghosts that are like clearly human and have their like own inclinations as like people, and someone does things like send them through a conveyor belt that turns them into a painting and locks them away so they can't do the things they love to do, that kind of like, oh my god, that's horrific. I don't trust the doctor guy anymore.
He's a little wacky, but
Yeah.
he's nice in the end. I don't know.
He turns people into paintings.
I think that's just like how they pass on. I'm not sure.
No, because like all the booze like broke out all the painting people, remember?
Okay, yeah, that is fucked up. Yeah, what the hell?
Yeah. See what I
That is
mean?
messed up. Whew. Yeah, the doctor EGAD needs to chill.
Also this week in fucked up games, I've been playing Binding of Isaac. I beat it a few times.
All right, are you talking Rebirth or OG?
Rebirth. The one that was on PSN this month. I've just grabbed it on my PS4 and I've been playing it on that. Eve is really overpowered.
Is she?
I think she's kind of overpowered.
I wouldn't know. I haven't. I played original Binding of Isaac like a while ago, and I got like wrapped up in it, even though I didn't really like it.
I would not say that I like Binding of Isaac. It's definitely a good game that I do not. Body horror is not really my thing. I kind of have a weak stomach.
Yeah, it's like the gameplay is really good, but I don't like
Yeah.
I guess the aesthetic of it. It's really gross. I don't like that.
It's gross on purpose, but yeah.
There's a purpose behind it, but I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm still.
But what I've been doing basically is I'll take Eve and then I'll run through the game just like normally, and then whenever there's a deal with the devil, I'll try and take it and I'll try and deal with the devil myself down to 1 heart to get Whore of Babylon activated like all the time. Basically, the character starts with an item where whenever you go down to 1 heart, normal heart, not like soul hearts, 1 heart or less, you transform into like a demon form where you do triple damage. It's insane.
Yeah, I think I remember that. Like I said, I think I unlocked like 1 character. I think it was Eve that I unlocked.
Yeah.
Back in the day, I was pretty bad at that game, like I am at most games. But yeah.
But yeah, I've completed a few runs.
Well, that's good.
Yeah.
Did you play anything else you got under your wing there?
I played the other thing on PSN. I don't even remember what it's called. It was some kind of like mining game. It was fun, but I didn't stick with it for very long.
Yeah, I don't like. Yeah, SteamWorld Dig.
Yeah, that's the thing.
Yeah, that's what it is. Because they put out a lot of pretty good indie games this time around. I'm pretty surprised.
I mean, I think that
Really
this is what they
solid
should keep
month.
doing with PlayStation Plus.
Really solid month this month. I'd say.
Yeah. I mean, there's Destiny, but that's not really worth talking about. I played more Shinron Kagura.
Do you have any more to report on that, or is it the same thing?
It's still lewd.
It's been so long since I last heard about a Senran Kagura game.
Yeah, I was.
Tell me,
Isn't
Lauren.
it
Tell me what's
don't
up.
you
Okay, well, you weren't
nostalgic,
here
Mike?
when we talked about it, were you, Mike? When I talked about it?
Absolutely not.
Okay. The game is very lewd.
It's got the titty.
Okay, well, all I'm gonna say is that in the art book, the director says, tits are life, ass is hometown.
This is hometown. Yeah, we.
So,
All right,
tells
I'm
you what the
gonna
director is
break
here
this
for.
down how I understand it.
Okay.
Tits are life, ass is hometown.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what he said.
So, tits are life. They are the excitement. They're going out to clubs with John Machonsky and making him get into
I'm
trouble.
not going. I'm not
and
going
then
to.
bailing him out
Yeah, that's a lot of fun. I'd do that.
when he decides to like puke all over the bartender or whatever.
I'd be like, it's cool, he's my friend, we'll take him home.
Yeah. And then you gotta apologize to the bartender the next time you're there and say, I'm sorry about Jonathan. You know, he likes to go hard.
Yeah.
He's a very hard boy.
That's not what I do.
And then, it's really worrying, John. We need to have a meeting about this. And then Ass's hometown means, like, it's the warm fireplace you can always come back to.
I explained. I said the exact same thing last week.
Yeah, that was pretty
except
much John's
fucking-
interpretation.
Yeah, you need to pay attention, Kazumano. You're slacking.
I didn't even listen to the show. What are you talking
You don't
about?
listen to your own podcast?
No, why would I?
We'll talk about.
I'm here.
If you don't feel confident listening to the podcast, then maybe the viewers shouldn't either.
What the fuck? No.
If you're not spending every waking moment listening to the video game Choo Choo, can you really call yourself a conductor?
I mean, I'm technically in charge of the podcast unless Mike
Yeah.
actually did wrangle it from me.
That's
in which
true.
case, oh fuck, this is perhaps the worst episode of Chooch in the history of mankind so far. I think.
You're just saying that 'cause you got
I might
demoted.
go back to it in like a week or two. Like, this has been a nice vacation, but I do miss hosting the show.
You
Yeah.
really want to take it back?
No, not this week. Not even for a couple weeks. But I like taking a break. I like relaxing, watching things unfold.
You know what you could take back from me? The fucking editing part of this? Jesus. Please.
That is true.
Please.
I tell you what, John. Over winter break, I'll edit
Yes.
the podcast
Thank you. Okay.
when I don't have a job. Or
You should
Okay.
teach me to edit it sometime so I can help out.
It's really not hard.
actually, yeah,
Okay.
Yeah.
it's just long.
Yeah.
And it's like the only thing you can be doing at that time.
Okay.
So it's not like you can like listen to like another podcast or like watch like Netflix in the background while you do this. Like,
No.
what I like to do is I like to get a podcast game, sync everything up, and then just listen to the podcast to
Okay.
make sure everything like sounds good. Sort of the way you would listen to a normal podcast,
Okay.
and like cut out anything that seems egregious.
Mhm.
But now we're getting into like too inside baseball.
Not really.
Oh, I did play one other thing this week. So I have a friend who kind of likes
What is it?
really old retro kind of games. I think I've talked about them before.
Is it the 90s friend who likes Gex?
Yes, it is him.
Your shameful friend?
He brought in
who-
another 90s game,
Oh boy, what is it?
Lucifer Ring.
I don't know what that is.
Neither did I,
That
but I
sounds
played
like
it
a 90s
through.
game.
It
Tell
was
us about
okay. Do you remember like the
My
old
Lucifer
days?
ring got inflamed that I had to go to the doctor.
Get help, Mike.
I did. I went to the doctor. Did you miss that part of the story?
Get
Moving
help
on.
for your fucking awfulness. That's what you need.
Moving on. Anyway,
Is
so
is
it's-
there
do you
there
like
a,
remember the old
I'm a
institution?
piece of shit medication?
Okay. But do you remember like the old institution of like the arcade brawler where it's like kill a bunch of shit, move to the next screen, kill a bunch of shit, move to the next screen?
Yeah, beat him up.
Yeah, imagine like
Yeah, man. Old Institution. I love their second album.
imagine like that as a 3D action game and not done very well. I think I blew through it in like an hour and a half, and it was not. The game wasn't very good.
Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
It was actually really bad, and my friend was like, "Why are you playing this through? I just thought you like." So my friend who does not regret buying Gex said that he regretted buying this game. And the only reason he
That's
was playing
fucked
it
up.
was because he was trying to like get his money's worth out of it.
Here's what his money's worth should be: using it as like a clay pigeon. Just throw it in the air.
No,
There you
it
go.
wasn't. It wasn't a disc. It was a download. So
Oh, okay.
he paid $6 for it.
All right. Yeah, that doesn't sound good at all.
Yeah.
It's like a. Is that on PS3, PSN? Can you download
That was
that
played
now?
on PS3, PSN. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, you buy Lucifer Ring now on PSN to feel
Or-
immense shame and guilt.
The only real like part that kept me longer than like 10 minutes was the final boss, and that's only because the final boss had, you know, in like old arcade final bosses were like, the game is built to make you continue putting quarters in.
Yes,
It was like that, where,
but it's a home console game.
well, I think what it was is that it was apparently originally like a PlayStation 1 1995 release, which
Okay.
is fucked up because it looks worse than a lot of like early FF games. Like it looks worse than FF7, I think.
Ah, that's saying something because
Yeah, the main
game
thing-
looks.
Yeah, the main thing was that like all the models and the textures were actually really good for the time, but
Mhm.
there was no lighting system. Everything was
Okay.
just full bright, like all around.
Mhm.
Like, have you ever played a custom Half-Life map where like the person never puts any lights in, so everything looks super bright?
I wouldn't know, but
Okay.
yeah, I have an idea.
It was like that. So it looked really bad. It's like FF7, even though it has like really primitive art, still has really good lighting effects.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I played this week.
Okay. That sounds like a pretty fucked up week that you have there, Lauren.
I play what's in front of me. I'm sorry.
We need
It
to.
was Sinron Kagura, Destiny, Lucifer Ring, Luigi's Mansion, and well, what am I forgetting?
I don't think you forgot anything. That sounded like your week.
I'll send you some fucking games.
Yes.
Please send me
You want
games.
this copy of Drive Club?
Yeah, please send me games. I have nothing to play.
Actually.
Oh yeah, and I played Binding of Isaac.
I might end up
I
doing
played
that.
Binding of Isaac. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Well, that sounds
Bodacious.
like a week. Let's move on to you, Mike. You played a bunch of new games that are
Blah, blah.
what?
I'm ready to go. Let's
Oh,
do
that
this.
was your Will Westwater Blat Blat.
Yep.
It's almost like he's here with us today. May he rest in peace.
People at my college are whiny babies.
Are they? Tell us about this.
Yeah. So, there have been a lot of racial tensions at Occidental College. And that's not what I'm referring to when I say whiny babies. People who are offended by things that are racist, not whiny babies, they're
Right.
offended by things that are racist. Apparently, some white students went to the Black Student Alliance and said that that said alliance had organized was offensive because some of the rap songs had the N-word in them. And this was a white person telling a black person this.
All right.
And I'm reading the news story about this assembly where this took place. And I think this quote is a pretty good encapsulation of this fucking college. I think it's interesting. When certain people get offended, it's deemed valid. And when other people are, it's not.
Sounds awful.
Yeah, no, fuck this school. Played some games.
Yeah, it sounds like you would want to play some games to get your mind off of this bullshit.
Yeah, no, it's there's like this very weird racial tension at the school that, I mean, maybe weird's not the right word, but it's certainly not something I expected, you know? Like, I didn't expect a bunch of people to actually agree to a party that's like, yeah, this is the Ebola party.
Oh
Yeah,
boy.
I heard about that.
Hmm.
Yeah, and then people are like, oh, why are we considering the fraternity's feelings? Why are you calling us racist? That hurts my feelings. If the shoe fits, jackass.
So, what video games?
I played more of The Evil Within.
Why did you do that to yourself, Mike? Why are you talking about all this depressing stuff? Like,
It fucking sucks.
Maybe I should.
Sucks.
Maybe I should go buy Deadly Premonition.
Yeah, you should. That game is great.
Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun.
Deadly Premonition is fantastic. John, you've played Deadly Premonition, right? Like, for
I only
real?
played a little bit of it, but I loved what I did.
Yeah, no, Deadly Premonition is an experience.
It looks like it's not very good, but it's a lot of fun anyways.
Exactly.
Like, the gameplay is acceptable, but that game has a very singular vision that you don't see a lot nowadays.
Oh yeah?
And that really goes a long, long way.
Like, what do you mean?
It wants
So
to be
it's-
Twin Peaks.
Okay.
It is an insane version of Twin Peaks.
Okay.
Like, you know how Twin Peaks was quirky? This game, like, takes it up to 11 in a way that doesn't feel disingenuous. Like, when some people try to be weird and wacky, it feels off, like the Deadpool game.
Yeah.
But a lot of Deadly Premonition just, like, goes for it.
I mean, I think
And I think that's
a
admirable.
friend I lived with watched some YouTubers' Let's Play of it, and my impression was that it was... Maybe the localization team could have done a better job.
No.
So, I'm just going to say this. By the end of Deadly Premonition, I cried.
Oh, really? Wow.
That game took me on an emotional roller coaster ride. Say what you will about how weird that game is.
Okay.
But, like, when it needs to hit an emotional beat, it fucking hits an emotional beat.
Okay.
That game can be really good when it wants to be. And I think it's worth singing, no matter what platform you're going to play it on. Anyway, The Evil Within. I don't really know how to, like, complain about this game out of just really everything that's going on. I don't really... There's no aspect of it that's driving me forward outside of some... I paid $60 for this, I might as well finish it. Like, obligation. If I was reviewing it, I'd kind of given up on that by now. But if I was reviewing it, I don't really know what would keep me playing either. It's not fun, it's not scary, it's not tense, it's not exciting. There's really... I mean, the story's a little bit interesting, but, like, after a certain point, I just looked up what happens because I don't feel like slogging through that whole game. And the story seems okay, doesn't seem as crazy as I was led to believe.
Mm-hmm.
The atmosphere is trying way too hard to be grungy in a way that doesn't come across as natural.
Yeah.
So, like, there's a lot of really, like, wet, sloppy gore, but none of it has any weight to it, and if you don't have weight to your gore, you might as well go crazy with it, and that doesn't always happen. There are a couple of moments where that does happen, where you've got, like, this crazy, like, Ring meets Dr. Octopus monster that, like, explodes out of a body in, like, a sea of blood. And that's cool when it happens, but then it's basically run away from the monster and hit some quick time events. And that's not fun. It's not fun. No, I do not recommend The Evil Within. Like, I dropped it down to casual just so I could kind of, like, blow through it.
It's upsetting.
There's nothing here for anyone. And I also played Call of Duty Advanced Warfare.
Yeah, you got that new Call of Duty smell from over here. I can smell it from here. Whew.
Hooah! It's that game's good. That game's good. It is the Metal Gear of America. It's the American Metal Gear remake. To people who understand that sentence, that will mean a lot. And for people who like Call of Duty, it's a great Call of Duty game. Like, this is legitimately fun. The multiplayer is really helped out by the jetpack and sort of the
But it's still just Call of Duty.
the movement. It is still just Call of Duty, but, like, it's a better version of that. So if you, like, sort of fell off these past couple of years,
I mean,
this is still, like, a really good way to get back
My
in.
main criticism of Call of Duty from a few years ago, which was the last time I actually played it, was, oh hey, it's a worse version of Counter-Strike.
I think Call of Duty goes in a harder direction away from Counter-Strike.
Yeah, it
with
really needed that.
Jetpack stuff. It's a lot faster.
Yeah, okay, it needed that, because, like, the last one I really remember playing was, like, Modern Warfare 4 on PC, and I was like, I could play this, or I could play more Counter-Strike.
Man, that is a while ago.
That is a while ago. I mean, I haven't been keeping up. My main impression, like, watching the buzz about it has mostly been it hasn't gotten any, like, better since then, so. But if it's going in a new direction, I might, like, take another look at it.
Yeah, like, I think the campaign is also worth seeing, too.
Yeah.
Kevin Spacey does a really good job.
But yeah, my information on Call of Duty is pretty old. to be fair.
Yeah.
But I haven't seen anything that really ever made me change my mind on it.
I don't really know that this one will. I don't know that any of them will, honestly.
Yeah, I haven't played a Call of Duty since Modern Warfare 3, and I've been pretty happy about that, but...
Yeah, if you like Modern Warfare
sounds
3,
pretty
then
good.
you will really like this new one. It is a much better game in almost every way. I've been playing it on the Xbone, and I haven't really seen any frame rate drops or anything, so it's good to see that the technical issues with Ghosts did not carry over to this, which makes sense. Like, Sledgehammer has been primarily working on the new versions, and they've had, like, High Moon Studios doing mop-up duty with the old versions. I can see that happening for a while now, because the Transformers games High Moon did, in addition to being aggressively mediocre, did not sell well. So that's probably where that studio is at for the foreseeable future. Making low-res textures and just sticking a game on a console people own, but nobody's really playing. I also played Shadow of Mordor. Speaking of old versions of games, I just got to the part where the Nemesis system is really expanded, because for I think the first half of this game, I'm not sure exactly how far I am. The first half of this game, you're playing around with the Nemesis system, which is where every orc in Mordor has sort of a unique face and unique behavioral set, and if they kill you, they'll get like promoted, and there's this command structure that you can mess around with in certain ways by like ambushing a captain in a stronghold or engaging in missions that'll weaken a captain's position in the army. And that stuff takes up the bulk of the game, and there's never really a great reason to get involved with that stuff. But once you gain the ability to take control of orcs, you sort of add them to your own army, then it becomes an entirely different thing, because you're essentially taking out the command structure from within. Like right now, the war chiefs are like at the top of the ladder, and my objective is to take control of all of them, so I can put together an army and take on some of Sauron's higher up followers. And I need to like do missions that'll help the captains that I've taken control of, like keep them alive, keep their follower count up, have them like ascend the ladder. I've like placed them in certain war chief camps, so when I go to like assault that camp, I can just like press a button and have them like do some kind of Mancurian candidate trigger, then they'll fight for me. And that's really cool. It's really satisfying to use. I think that game opened up in a really big way, and I kind of wish they did it earlier, but I wonder if it would have worked earlier without the contextualization, you know? But I think it's a really, really cool system.
Sure.
One of the best I've experienced all year. And that game is still a really good open world game with a lot of by now standard action adventure tropes. Like I just got done with a boss battle where the big guy hits a wall, and then you gotta stun him when he hits the wall, and you gotta dodge out of the way. Then you gotta punch him while he's gotten stunned. You know that old boss battle.
He's all woozy, yeah.
And you did it 3 times. So that's.
I am a little
If
sick
you're
of them,
totally
to be
sick
honest.
of these tropes, then that might be a bit of a sticking point for you. But the core of the game is more than just that, and messing around with these systems in a way that isn't scripted most of the time, and sort of forging your own story. I think that's definitely what makes this game stand out, and it's what makes it really worth a look. And finally, Jesus Christ, I played Forza Horizon 2. I don't know that I would say I beat the game, because there's a lot of stuff to do in it, but I feel like I got a really good handle on what that thing is, and it is a more realized version of Forza Horizon 1, but maybe not a better version of Forza Horizon 1. It looks really good on the new consoles. It's only on the Xbox, so it looks really good on the Xbox One, runs really well, cars are really fun to drive, the drivatars aren't an issue. Like, they just played like regular AI cars with a couple exceptions. I think the skill system is still really well done, and I appreciate that it has the leaderboard head-to-head stuff off the track, unlike Drive Club, so you're not distracted by this stuff. Because that was one of Drive Club's biggest failings. Like, you would have a speed zone, like, challenge during a race, and maybe engaging in that challenge was not the smartest idea in that moment. Now, Drive Club was not an open-world game, so it couldn't engage with that in the same way, but it was still a poorly implemented idea, whereas with Forza Horizon, maybe you're just driving through the open world, you see a speed trap, and, maybe you want to just go conquer that thing and knock your friend off the leaderboards. And it's optional, but it's there, and it's fun, and it's never super intrusive. And that's something I really appreciate from an open-world racing game, now that I've played 2 of them, and now that I'm the expert. It's not as good as the first one in terms of an atmosphere. I think Colorado just had a certain je ne sais quoi to it that Southern Europe doesn't. I think like the custom events where you're racing the balloon, you're racing the train, and you're racing several different planes, they're all still really fun and exciting, and it's a really clever way to present time trials, because that's essentially what there are. You're not actually racing these things, you just have to hit a certain time. I think that's really fun and clever, but the first one had sort of more personality. It had sort of a story to it. Like you had the grumpy mechanic running the garage. Like each heat had its own boss from like a different nationality. It was the Street Fighter of racing games, except not racist. So I thought that also went a long way. Like you could beat them and take their car later. And there's not that kind of structure to Horizon 2. There's just a ton of championships for different kinds of cars, which is pretty standard, but it's there's no real through line. There is when you're going through them the first time, because you want to unlock a certain amount of championships before you unlock the Horizon finale, which is like this big cross-country race that I fucking dominated. And that's cool, but it doesn't have the same kind of forward momentum that the first game did. I think if they want to bring back that stuff for Horizon 3 with sort of the more some of the tighter mechanics and cool social hooks that Horizon 2 really iterated on, then I think that would be the best possible version of that game. But for right now, I think Forza Horizon 2 is really, really good. Highly recommend it for anyone with an Xbox. And I think it's just another like exclusive game in Microsoft stable right now that Sony just does not have, which is kind of a bummer. And I also got Assassin's Creed, but I haven't played it yet. Oh shit, I also played the Halo collection. Jesus Christ, yeah.
Yeah, Mike, you played like every new
I went
game
ham.
this week.
I didn't really play a ton of the Halo collection. Like, matchmaking is still kind of busted, and I dived into the Halo 2 remaster. That game looks really good. Halo 4 looks really good. I haven't played any of Halo 3 yet. My plan is to play through, 2, 3, and then mop up what I didn't finish at 4. But it seems cool. Runs fine. I appreciate that the back button where you can switch the graphics mode in the anniversary games. That's now instantaneous, as opposed to like you got to wait for this white flash, then it pops back in. And that's a huge plus. And I wish you could do that instantaneously in cutscenes. You can't, but that's a small gripe for like 4 great games in like a $60 package. They all look great. They all run great. Whenever they get the matchmaking up, it'll be also fantastic. It's super easy for me to recommend this thing, even if you're like, I want to play the multiplayer. There's 4 great games in there. Just play that while you're waiting. That game is not short on content at all. It's great.
All right.
I think that's all I played.
Okay. For me, John, I didn't play as much as Mike or Lauren, but I got all the way through Wolfenstein: The New Order. Kind of trying to get through some stuff so we could talk about Game of the Year, because that's coming out way faster than I expected.
That game's great.
Holy shit. But that game is really good. Yes, it is. The gameplay is just serviceable. I'm not a big first-person shooter guy, but I thought the gameplay in that game was fine.
As someone who is a big first-person shooter guy, it's really fun and exciting.
Yeah, I thought it was well done. The fights are well paced. The enemies aren't super varied, but they're smart enough to get out of the way, and they're fun to interact with. The rooms are really interesting to traverse around, and it gives you a lot of options to peek out around corners and use different weapons. And
how did you find the stealth?
I thought the stealth was very good. I would use it quite often, in fact, even if I wasn't super, like, even if it wasn't pushing me to do it. Like, most of the time the stealth was for, okay, yeah, there's these, like, captains that you have to take out stealthily because they'll bring in a lot of more people. I would still use stealth to just kind of scout out a room, like, pick a couple guys out with throwing knives real quick before a big fight, and just, you know, clean up a little bit before I really had to go to town and go in guns blazing. So I like that the game gave you a lot of really solid options. I also just thought the story was really well done. I especially enjoyed the ending. I'm not going to say exactly what happens in the ending, but I just like that they could have ended that with a huge boom, and they let that game end with a whimper. And I think that fits way more than just a huge boom. Like when I saw that it just cut, when I saw the cut to credits, I was like, oh, that was nice. Like, it was so good. I love how they finished that game. I love the characters. There's a lot of diversity in that game, and of course they could always, like, you could. Any game could do a little bit better, but I think Wolfenstein is one of those games where I feel like they really tried.
It does it a lot better than most.
They do it so much better than I can't think of a AAA game that's had such a diverse cast and has handled it better.
And you really missed out on, like, one of the best, like, diverse characters in that game. Jimi Hendrix basically shows up, and he is
Jimi
awesome.
Hendrix is it. Yeah, just don't be like me. You know, don't save the Irish guy, because I was like, oh, he seems cool, but no, you get a cooler, like, new character if you don't save the Irish guy at the beginning of the game, and he's just fucking Jimi Hendrix. It's the best. It's the best. Like, I watched his scenes on YouTube, and I was like, I missed out. Why? Like, I missed out. Why wasn't I able to run with Jimi Hendrix? I fucked up. But that game is really solid. I played it on PS4 because I borrowed Mike's copy of it. I finally sent it back. I've had that game since E3, and I finally finished it. Yeah, I finally finished it and sent it back to him, like, in like this bubble wrap DVD sleeve that I had, like, left over. So I was like, I'm just gonna send it to you, dude. Here you go. So sent that back with Murdered. I've also been sitting on Murdered Soul Suspect. I finished that a long time ago, though.
The game of the year.
No, most certainly not. Wolfenstein's really good. That might show up in my top 10 list. Murdered, there's a less chance of that.
Murdered Soul Suspect.
There's a much smaller chance of that.
It's the game of the year.
It's not. It is most certainly not.
It's the game of the year.
No. Nope. Other than that, yeah, just Smash. Pokemon trading card game came out on Virtual Console. That's something I wanted to talk about. That game is still so fucking good. Mostly just because the actual Pokemon trading card game is still really good.
Hold on, John, where did this come out on?
It's on the 3DS Virtual Console.
You mean the Virtual John Soul?
What? Why do you have to interrupt me and ruin what I'm doing? I'm actually on a roll. I'm not saying stupid shit. I'm not
that's my job.
Right now.
That's my job to say stupid shit and fuck up.
But you're making me do it now, too. I'm trying to be a good host. I'm trying to get my legs so I can treat people nice and be a good gamesman. And you're fucking me constantly. Mike, please.
Mike, are you sure that... Mike, are you...
Jesus Christ.
The die has been cast.
Oh my god.
I'm gonna fucking murder you, dude.
Murdered John Suspect.
Yeah, I'm
Mike, are you sure you don't want to be the John Wiggler?
The cops are gonna be like, oh yeah, John Machonsky, but then they're not gonna convict me because they'll know. They'll know it was okay.
Oh, okay. Wait, why do I have a chance of surviving?
When he gets drunk. You got a chance of surviving.
Oh, thank you.
He wants to murder you less?
I don't want to kill Lauren at all. Lauren has like a couple transgressions against me, but pretty much everyone does. Everyone's done some
822,
shit to me here
John
and there.
elects not to kill Lauren because he's scared.
What the fuck? All right. Okay. So this fucking game, it's old as
The fuck?
Chicken.
I'm just gonna go to sleep. Y'all can do this fucking podcast.
I'm sorry.
John, how's Pokemon?
This game is old as fuck, and it shows because every once in a while I'll be like, oh, there's only 151 Pokemon in this game. What the hell?
That's so few. That's...
It's really weird, but I like as like a relic of the time period it was from, it's super cool. Like I wish that they made games like this, or that they could make games like this today, but they can't because of how often the card they put out new versions of the cards. Like I want to say they put out a new set every like 3 or 4 months. So there's no way that they can make a game like this again. Because I know in this version there's just the original, the basic, the fossil, and the, I think Team Rocket set. Something like that. I don't know. But no, I don't think it's Team Rocket. Because there was a sequel to this that only came out in Japan that added the Team Rocket set. And that was like the major thing. But they were just coming out so often in America. And I think that was also around the time that the Game Boy Advance came out. They were like, we're not putting this out over here, which is upsetting because I would have loved a sequel to that game when I was a kid. But I'm just glad that I can have this game on my 3DS. I wish that they would put more classic handheld games out on the 3DS and held, because they don't have GBA games on the 3DS. They're putting those on the Wii U. And it's bullshit. Like, I want to play original Fire Emblem and like Advance Wars and WarioWare and all that on my 3DS, but I can't. And it's really dumb that those games that were originally portable are not portable anymore. But whatever reason, I wouldn't know. But I'm just glad that this is here, and it's only like $6. So I'd say check it out if you have any kind of interest in trading card games or just games about trading card games. Because I used to play those old like Yu-Gi-Oh! And Game Boy Advance games, and those are pretty fun, but I think this game is a little bit better. Like, I think the Pokemon trading card game is a little bit more fun than Yu-Gi-Oh! It has more nuance, and games can go a lot faster in Pokemon trading card game. Because it's more just like, okay, you... Like, I don't know if you guys know how to play.
I actually do, or at least I know how to play back. I know how to play the basic set. I don't know how many rules they've introduced since then.
They haven't really changed any rules at all. It's stayed mostly the same. Like
I hear power creep has gotten a bit insane.
Yeah, like they've added a couple of things. Like back in the day there were Pokemon powers, but they've added more like active powers that you don't have to like activate. They're just, oh, you summon this Pokemon and it's way stronger. And there's also like EX versions of the Pokemon, which are mostly like legendaries or fully evolved starters, and those are just super powerful. But they work basically the same way as just any like a legendary would, but it's more rare, and most of the time the art is different. So they lean a lot more on the collectability these days than the actual cards, because it'll be like, oh yeah, no, this is a really rare card, and I don't really know how to feel about that, because I mean, like back in the day there were still the really rare cards like the hollows, but if you wanted to play the game, you could still, you know, have like a base set Charizard is, you could get your hands on that. But if you wanted the base set Hollow Charizard, like those are worth like $3,000 today. You know, like it's different. But these days it's just like, oh yeah, no, if you want this card that could be useful to your deck, it's still rare, and I think that's a little weird. Like even if it's not Hollow, you know, it's pretty much the exact same thing today as it was back then, and it's nice to play it on a handheld. So I'm really enjoying that. And I might buy some more Virtual Console stuff for my 3DS, because that's like they have some NES games on there too. Like I have Mach Rider on there. Mach Rider is one of my favorite games ever, and I'm glad that that's there.
They're making a Yu-Gi-Oh game for iOS.
Are they?
I'm gonna play the fuck out of that and then die because I'll only play that and not eat.
Well, they have a Pokemon trading card game for the iPad as well, but it's super bare bones, and because in the Game Boy Color game there was a storyline. Like it was like, yeah, you want to defeat the Grand Masters and you inherit their cards. And they're like these legendary cards. Like each person had like, cause there were like 5 legendaries at the time, and they didn't fuck with Mewtwo or Mew for some reason. So it was just like, yeah, this guy's got Articuno, this guy's got Zapdos, this guy's got Moltres, and this dude has an Arcanine that's really good. So those were like the legendary cards, and you inherited those from beating basically the Elite Four of the game.
Arcanine is a little underwhelming, to carry such exalted company. I mean, not that I think Arcanine's bad. Arcanine's a very strong Pokemon, but...
Well, yeah, Arcanine was supposed to be a legendary originally. So, I mean, that's why Arcanine is called the legendary Pokemon. Like, that's its species name, to, like, make reference to that it was supposed to be a legendary. Like, it's basically Proto-Entei.
Actually, mechanically, it's a better Entei.
They probably just, like, redesigned what they were gonna...
Entei's not very good.
Yeah, that's the weird thing. Yeah, I'm having a lot of fun with that. I'm basically right now, this next week or so is me this next couple of days is me wasting time waiting for Smash and Auras, because once that comes out, I'm gonna blow through both of those, and I'm gonna love those. But right now, I'm just kind of wasting time. I'm trying to find like an RPG or a fighting game to just sink my teeth into right now, just so I can waste time on that and get good at a fighting game or something. I don't know.
I mean, Smash is kind of the fighting game for that right now, isn't it?
Well, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm practicing on Smash, but it's like, man, I want to play something else. Like, I want to play an old, like, classic fight. For some reason, I have this urge to play, like, an older fighting game. Like, not older, but... Yeah, I've been thinking about picking up Ultra. I was thinking about picking up some, like, old, like, really old, like, PS2 era stuff that I could get on PS3. Like, SNK versus Capcom or something.
I was thinking of picking up Turbo.
Street Fighter 2?
Yeah.
Alright, that sounds like something. Like, I have...
Or HD Remix.
I have Street Fighter Alpha on my Vita. I should probably re-download that. And there was also some, like, Darkstalkers, like, collection that I had on there, too. I'm not 100% sure, like, what that was exactly, but it was, like, you could switch between the 3 different versions of the characters, and they would all work together. It was a little weird, but interesting, because I haven't really played any Darkstalkers games, so I wouldn't know the difference. I was just like, I'm gonna play as Sienko, because I know her from Marvel 3. And I'm going to play as her, and then she plays so much differently than she is in Marvel 3. But that's a good thing, because she fucking sucks in Marvel 3. But yeah, I don't know. Those games are weird, but I wanna play more. But that's pretty much all I played. Let's move on to news, because this is already we're already at like 40 something minutes. Yeah. We're going on.
I didn't see any news that really caught my eye this week. There's a bunch of, like, franchise stuff.
Yeah, nothing really major. I'll just go through what's interesting. Mike, you'll probably be interested in this one.
I'm so interested already.
Yeah. Remember how much you hated Drive Club?
That game sucks, and it sucks more that it doesn't work. If we updated review scores, that game would get a 1.
Yowza. Well... They're trying to apologize for that game being so busted, by making their first DLC free.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah.
That's a pretty big apology.
Yeah, the first 2 DLC packs are the Ignition expansion pack and the Photo Finish Tour pack. Just 5 new cars, 22 tour events, 10 new livery items, and another 10 trophies. Those will be free.
Oh, I remember something.
But
it's another news thing.
All right, well, we'll get to that. But they're also going to add 2 more packs of cars to extend their season pass. So people who paid for the full season pass will still get what they were promised, but everyone's going to be getting 5 new cars and a bunch of other stuff. So that would be nice. There's
Do
still
we get
no
to
word
have
on
the
the
cars, or are they like fucking locked to club progression?
It does not say.
Awesome, great.
But also, they still haven't said anything about the PS Plus edition, which
Mm.
is pretty worrying. Because that was supposed to be out a long time ago.
Hey, I got bad news. Never happened.
Alright. In Nintendo news, Majora's Mask 3D will have some differences on the new 3DS. They haven't said exactly what it is, but they said that they're going to once they're more capable of talking about the new 3DS in the US, probably after Christmas, because Nintendo wants the standard model to have one more Christmas. They'll probably talk about it then.
The standard model, it can't have one more Christmas.
They want it to.
They don't sell the standard model anymore. I don't get what.
Or I guess the XL
like,
and the 2DS.
Not even. Like, what are they expecting? Like,
I have no idea.
those machines have been out for years. Like, this is gonna be the year. This is gonna be the year where people are like, yeah, now's the time to buy a 3DS.
Like, I can understand if Nintendo was like on the fence of releasing a new like home hardware system, and they were like, let's give the Wii U a Christmas because now is a good time to buy a Wii U, like with
Yeah.
Smash and shit. But this isn't the 3DS's like a big hoorah. This is the new 3DS should be out by now. And,
The fucking-
like,
This is the year to launch the new hardware because the Microsoft and Sony consoles aren't really setting the world on fire with their software. Next year, however, stuff's going to come out and it's going to be huge and they're going to look like goddamn fools because people don't want to buy the new 3DS when they have these consoles that like tons of games are coming out for that people are super excited
Bloodborne,
about.
No Man's Sky.
yeah, like I don't think people are going to be clamoring. People aren't going to be clamoring for the new 3DS once like The Order and
Yeah.
all that shit's coming out around that time for like PS4 and PS3 or PS4 and PS4 and Xbox One exclusives. So those are coming out.
There's going to be a
People aren't gonna give a shit.
brand new Halo game made specifically for that machine. If you don't think
Yeah.
that's going to sell like fucking hotcakes, what are you doing? Man, I know
it's messed up.
easy to like complain about Nintendo's business practices. Like we talk about video games on the internet, it's required by law, but
Yeah.
sometimes
It's kind of questionable.
I don't understand them.
Yeah.
I think that they think the market is. I think that they think they're still in like the 2005, 2006, 2007 market.
They're
Like,
they're
or Crash?
like Nintendo's problem is that they're not like Nintendo always keeps saying, "Oh, we don't want to be in competition with Sony and Microsoft." They keep saying
doesn't
that they don't
change the
want
fact
to.
that they are.
They are. Exactly. They can't just wish them out of existence. People are going to weigh their options and they're going to say, do I want the Nintendo thing or the Sony thing and the Microsoft thing? Nintendo is one of the big three. They need to recognize this and they need to weigh their options against these other companies, even though they're not always in direct competition with them in Japan. Like this just continues with my complaint that Nintendo is so far up their ass when they're thinking about Japan or America. They keep picking Japan, and Japan doesn't give a shit about them. And if Nintendo just leaned a little bit more into what the American audience wanted, they would be in such better places. Like they would be set forever if they just cared a little bit more about the U.S.
I don't think that's entirely true. I think you're on the right track with that. But like,
I think that's a problem that's more endemic to Japanese companies in general than
Yeah.
it is just the U.S.
Yeah.
I mean, than it is just Nintendo. Like you see the same thing with companies like From Software.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I love to talk about From Software, but like From Software is like the poster child of if only they cared about their Western audience, they would make tons of money.
Yeah.
I mean, that's easy for us to say we don't have any of this information in front of us, but it's also pretty easy to take a shot in the dark and say, I know a lot of people who would buy this shit. And like, this is
Yeah, pretty much.
not to say this is going to be a weak holiday for Sony and Microsoft. Rather, quite the opposite. this is going to be the fucking gangbusters holiday for both of those consoles because now there's stuff on it. Not a ton of stuff, and it's certainly not going to be as crazy as next year, but there is stuff. There's enough to like make a case for it. And if they didn't think this was the year to do it, next year sure as shit ain't going to be the year.
Well, I guess we have to think about maybe Nintendo's not thinking about their handheld in competition with the consoles, but in competition with the Vita.
Non-existent Vita and iOS, I guess.
But yeah, like, I think they consider themselves to be in the competition with the Vita and iOS. But the thing is that the Vita isn't really.
When it comes to the holiday season, you are in competition with everything, every fucking thing on the planet.
I mean, I think there's a difference between people who are like, oh, I'm going to go buy a mobile system versus people who are like, oh, I'm going to go buy a home console.
I think there's a difference, but
I think the real thing is that they want to get the Vita in, or get the new 3DS in, like, later in the life competition in terms of mobile handheld. And, like, in terms of gaming handhelds, it feels like that's what they see as, like, targeting. And the Vita library is kind of... It's not gone yet, but like this new stuff coming onto it is kind of slowing down. You know what I mean? It's probably the best JRPG system. Like,
which is upsetting. Yeah, which is upsetting because I love my Vita, but
yeah, right now the Vita is probably the best system for JRPGs, just hands down. But the eShop is actually pretty well stocked with stuff like that, and I think that they're trying to like take the thunder out of the Vita and make it less appealing by launching at a point when the Vita's lifespan is, you know, coming to a twilight.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I think the Vita is still going to be supported for like another. Okay, so my quiet expectation is that the Vita is going to continue to be supported until about halfway through the PS4's lifespan.
Yeah,
and that's probably what's going to happen because they want to do the whole Vitas are companions to PS4's thing.
Yeah.
And, like, with the $50 fucking PS4 controllers, that makes more sense, but...
Well, the Vita better stick around until at least after Danganronpa 3. I need to know what happens.
But that's what I think. I think Nintendo is trying to target... Nintendo thinks their competition is the other handheld, and whether that's true or not is up for debate.
Or they could bring Danganronpa to the 3DS, and then Mono Bear can be an assist trophy in Smash 5. Thank you and good night.
Smash 5's not happening for like another 6 years.
Shh. Then they got 6 years to put Danganronpa on the 3DS. There you go.
Okay.
6 years. There's your time. There's your window.
Sure.
Speaking of Smash, Nintendo also talked about their next wave of amiibos. They're coming out in February next year, and this wave is Lucario, Rosalina and Luma, Bowser, Toon Link, Sheik, Ike, Meta Knight, DDD, Shulk, Sonic, and Mega Man.
Mm-hmm.
Now here's the thing. Nintendo revealed that some of these amiibos are going to be retailer exclusive, and a lot of them have shown up on Amazon except for Meta Knight, Rosalina, and Shulk. Shulk has been confirmed to be GameStop exclusive.
That's weird.
Huh. I mean, it makes sense, though, because Xenoblade Chronicles was GameStop exclusive.
Okay.
So that might just be some sort of deal that Nintendo made that was just like, yeah, all Xenoblade merchandise is going to be GameStop exclusive. That might just be some weird agreement that they made. But hopefully it's not too hard to get your hands on any of these. Hopefully Shulk isn't too low of a product, because GameStop got in some trouble because they withheld a bunch of copies of Xenoblade so they could like pretend to have a second wave and charge extra for it, because they're like, ooh, look, we found these, they're super rare, and they charge like $10 or $20 extra for the game, even though they had been sitting on them for like a year. So it was really shitty, and hopefully they don't do that with the Shulk amiibos, because I want to teach my Shulk amiibo to only taunt. That I'll have a level 50 Shulk, and he just shows up and he just goes, I'm really feeling it, and that's it. And I'll be like, well, he's the most powerful character in the game. How does that feel?
I'm really feeling it.
That'll be worth $13, honestly.
Yeah. Can I point something out in the PC space?
Go right ahead.
So League of Legends is coming out with an influence point buff for players who have never received any kind of punishment for like bad chat behavior.
Sure.
Oh, I mean that's the news. Like League of Legends has been having this thing for a while now, where they try to have the player tribunal system, where essentially they'll like actually try to take people to task for being rude in game.
Okay.
The reports are mixed on how well it works, but they said that they're going to have a boost, like in essentially influence point gain, for anybody who has not had an infraction on their record.
That's pretty good.
Yeah. Like, I don't know, I always think it's interesting to talk about this kind of stuff because the problem of people being shitty in online games is a problem. And people don't talk about it enough.
Yeah, and making it rewarding people for being
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
They also posted, in the announcement, they asked people to post examples of positive chat logs they've had. So, I mean, I think they're trying to set an example there, too. I don't know, I think that's cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
Okay, and last two bits of news. They're pretty big pieces of news. PlayStation is coming out with a cable service.
Yeah, that thing.
It's called PlayStation Vue. View.
They've talked about it before, haven't they?
I guess they mentioned it earlier.
I remember them discussing it like one of the conferences.
Yeah, but this is a concrete announcement. PlayStation Vue or View, I have no idea. But they have made
It's probably View because it's like cable, so it's a VU.
Oh yeah, haha, yeah, right. Yeah, that's true. You're funny, Sony. You made a good joke there. But they've made agreements with only a couple of channel providers, which is a little strange, but they've agreed with they've agreed with CBS, Discovery, Fox, NBC, Scripps, and Viacom.
Viacom?
So there's
Doesn't Viacom own a ton of shit?
Yeah, they own a lot. But they have not made any agreements with Disney, Time Warner, Turner, or HBO.
Yeah.
So no ESPN, no Cartoon Network, no CNN, no HBO.
Yeah.
But it's got some pretty neat hooks. Like, for example, you will be able to, instead of just saving a TV show to a memory box that you can only watch on certain TVs, you can save it to the cloud, and you can watch it on any system that you're signed into. So it'll be out on PS3 and PS4, and it's also going to come to the iPad at some point. So you'll be able to watch those shows, you'll be able to pause and rewind and download new episodes if you miss them, and all that stuff. So it sounds like a pretty solid television service, if not a little odd, but this PlayStation only, it seems. Well, I guess also iPad, but you'll probably need like a PlayStation console to set it up. But it looks like it works pretty well, and that's coming out. They're doing a closed beta in New York later this month, and it'll officially launch nationwide in the first quarter of 2015.
Mm-hmm.
Interesting.
And the final bit of news that we got this time around is Game Informer's latest cover, which is Just Cause 3. That's going to be on PC, Xbox One, and PS4 next year sometime. They didn't really talk too much about it because I guess Game Informer's not out yet. But they said that there was going to be improved parachute and grappling mechanics and a wingsuit, which lets you glide a lot better and makes it so once you drop, you're not just a complete drop. It's easier to move around in the air, which is neat because that game is super fun to just mess around in, and being able to stay in the air longer is definitely a bonus.
Hooray!
Lauren, Soren, you want to do the questions?
Yeah, I'm just pulling them up right now.
All right, yeah.
So yeah, you wanna? I guess.
Wait, what's up?
Bloody Pinata asks, or Tumblr Uzi Bloody Pinata asks, any predictions for Game of the Year besides Danganronpa 2?
We're not going to talk about that yet.
Not yet, but I think that's a pretty good prediction.
Yeah, that's a good prediction. I think that's a pretty safe bet, but we're going to wait.
I'd put my vote in for Smash.
You never
we'll
know
discuss
when
that.
we actually get to Game of the Year time. There will be a lot of heel turns, a lot of twists.
That's true. It's true. The lines are not drawn.
We're going to fight tooth and nail for our games to shine.
Game of the Year, Murdered Soul Suspect.
Game of the Year, Dive Kick Edition.
I'm going to
Plus.
throw you in a fucking
Game of the Year,
lake that
Destiny.
I've taken a shit in. Both of you, you're going in the shit lake.
Not if you go first.
Mike, shitting in a lake...
Splashing sounds.
Mike, if you shat in a lake, I don't think nobody would notice. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
I'm going to
water.
shit in a
There's-
lake for the next 30 years. And then when you two least suspect it, you're going in the lake I've been shitting in for that long. It's not good. It's not going to be a good time.
Well, at that point, it's like statute of limitation.
The government would shut you down.
They'll never catch me.
Yeah, actually, wouldn't you get
They'll never
arrested
catch
for,
me.
For pollution?
Getting shitting in a lake every day for
Okay.
30 years.
I'm sorry, Bloody Pinata.
I'm not.
Okay, Happy RNK, Tumblr user Happy RNK has sent in numerous
Yeah,
questions this week.
choose the best ones, remember.
Oh, I know. I'll take this one.
Oh,
Happy
Jesus.
RNK asks, we know how John feels about feet, but how does he feel about Toon Link's potato feet?
That's a nice reference to an old classic meme. I remember that. You should be asking Will about that, because he liked Toon Link's cute feet. I don't give a flying fuck. You know whose feet scare me, though? Everyone's in Fire Emblems. Because, like, in Wind Waker, it kind of fits the art style for everyone to have just, like... Because that game is just made of a bunch of, like, cylinders. So everyone's legs just being cylinders, not really having, like, pronounced feet makes sense. But in Fire Emblem, it's not realistic, but everyone has, like, realistic proportions, except for their feet. They just all have hooves, and it's terrifying.
It's true. It's like they're panty and stocking characters.
Yeah, but, like, that's the thing, is, like, in Panty and Stocking, it fits the art style.
It's true.
But it's just, everyone in Fire Emblem has hooves!
Panty and stocking fucking sucks.
Panty and Stocking's alright.
It does, but it has a good art style. It does. I don't think the writing's very good, but the art style's pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, you fucking show.
Happy RNK asks a second question, because the first one was really just to troll you, John.
Yeah, ugh.
Okay, Happy RNK asks, okay, so this is probably gossipy, but yeah, Jim Sterling is going independent and doing his own thing via Patreon. Have you all considered trying to get some support in that way as well?
So we did actually have a Patreon for a little while, but I feel like it was a little weird to use. I felt weird collecting that money, you know. I personally, I feel better about just like paying for the hosting and stuff. It just never really sat well with me where we are now. Like, if we had a much larger fan base, I would feel much better about doing that for reasons I don't totally understand. But that's more
just like okay, if we started a Patreon right now, like, excuse me, but like, no offense to anyone, but we wouldn't be raking in like the amount of money
we don't really
to
have a huge enough fan base.
we wouldn't get enough money to basically support ourselves.
No.
And if we did get that much money, we wouldn't have to worry about jobs. We would be able to put out a very solid amount of content at a regular pace. And that's what I feel like would fit for Patreon. Like, we started taking Patreon money right now with the fan base that we have. It would basically just be like, oh yeah, you're giving us money and nothing would change except we would be getting money, and it wouldn't feel right.
Yeah, we're not regular enough for me to feel comfortable asking for money.
Exactly. So one day, probably.
Yeah.
I mean, we'll see how things evolve. We can't say anything.
We'll probably have to put a Patreon up eventually, just because that's the way the site is.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure that our fan base is big enough to really justify even the cost of, like, maintaining the Patreon.
Exactly.
Like, we'd probably pull in, like, maybe $50 a month. Maybe $100 a month.
If that, yeah. It's
Yeah.
just it's
And that'd be very optimistic.
yeah, in that like it's not that we don't want money, you know? Like that'd be nice, but
I do want money.
yeah, like
I want a lot
like,
of money.
where we are, like I feel bad that we're even doing this and not getting paid for it, cuz it's work. And I mean, it's not something that I want to like shame everyone for, but it's just like it's frustrating at times to just be like, yeah, we're just putting this stuff out for free, but there's other sites that are getting paid for their podcasts and getting paid for this.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it just right now it would feel wrong to take money. So
I wouldn't feel wrong about it, but I don't think that it would bring in to do like a miniature Kickstarter kind of thing where you do like a big fundraising event.
yeah,
And without exposure, a Kickstarter is kind of doomed to fail, and we don't have exposure.
yeah.
So I think that
So tell your goddamn friends.
yeah, please tell your friends. We need a bigger fan
so
base.
maybe we can.
We would like to start one, but it's
We
not
can
time
become
yet.
a legit. Yeah, we can become a legitimate place. I mean, Choo Choo
We are
is
very
a
legit.
legitimate
We are legit.
place. We try our best to be fun and welcoming, but we're not ready to really start raking in the dough. So we appreciate the sentiment, but
Yeah.
not yet.
Eventually, probably, because
Yeah.
it's gonna have to happen.
Of course, because I want to make sure that everyone's like compensated. I feel bad for like you,
Yeah.
Lauren, and we dragged you onto this sinking ship, and we're all broke.
I'm sure it'll come out fine. I've made a few good connections here, if nothing else.
That's good.
Uh,
Oh, choose
Tumblr
another
user
ask, please.
Dungeon Witch asks, how much harassment would it take for Mike for John to put him in the pear wiggler?
What the fuck? The hell is a?
Have you not seen that?
I haven't
Have you not
it.
seen that
I
Tumblr
don't-
meme?
I don't. What the fuck?
Okay. Just Google image search. Bad children get put in the
I'm not gonna
pear
do that
wiggler.
right now. That sounds like I'm gonna see some lewd shit. I don't.
There's nothing lewd about it. It's just okay. So, oh my god, am I really spending time on the fucking shoot?
You don't have to
Tumblr
look.
memes?
You don't have to. Whatever it is,
okay.
if it's some sort of torture device, Mike deserves.
I'm sorry, Dungeon Witch. I know what you're talking
Mike
about.
deserves whatever he gets. So if there's some fucked up thing that makes Mike in some sort of heinous agony, he deserves it because of all this
Okay.
Jonathan and all this all these photoshops and all this travesty. He deserves far worse.
I'm gonna get a tattoo on my ass that says Jonathan Machonsky.
If you do that, I'm going to cut your ass off. I am going to cut your fucking ass off, Mike.
That was very well spoken, Jonathan.
Thanks, Jonathan.
Fuck you.
Dungeon Witch also
But yeah,
asks, on a less inane note, opinions on Valkyria Chronicles.
We talked about that last week. I didn't play it.
More like Valkyria Jonicles.
I didn't get to play it super much. It looks good. I'm a bit sad that the ranking... Okay, so I didn't get that far into it. My main complaint from what I played was magical Jews. I'm not exaggerating. There are magic Jews for some reason. My main complaint is that, and also the way the ranking system works, how it's like completely disincentivizes using tactics and instead just like brum rushing all of your like one or two soldiers to the fucking capture zone and like taking it.
Mm-hmm.
And there's not a whole lot of thought. It's just beat the mission as quickly as possible. Damn the means.
Mm-hmm.
That's my problem.
Okay.
Valkyria Chronicles. Apart from that, it's actually really good. I really love the way the art is done.
It's pretty anime.
It's very anime, but it also does a really good job with cell shading. So I think it's a lot of times when you see cell shading, it's for something that's like cutesy, like
Wind Waker.
Wind Waker. But I really like how Valkyria Chronicles did more realistic proportions with cell shading to give it like a more animated looking feel to the game.
cool.
And it also does a really good job with the textures to add this like grainy like look to the game that makes it look like it's filmed.
That's cool.
I think it's really well done.
I might pick that up.
Anonymous asks, when do we get a Chooch sitcom?
Never, because next time Mike and I are in the same room, I'm fucking killing him.
That's coming soon, by the way.
I'm gonna fucking kill him.
Like sometime this January.
Oh boy.
Like,
You're done for, dude.
like sometime this January.
What the fuck?
Oh. What's wrong, Jonathan?
I'm gonna whoop your ass, dude. I'm going to kick.
What's wrong, Jonathan?
I am going to kick your ass up and down a block. Like I'm going to
My
start
ass?
beating you up, and then you're gonna fall down, and your ass is
Oh.
gonna be sticking
Oh,
up, and then I'm just gonna start kicking you down the road. Like
You'd beat up a poor trans woman?
no, Mike.
But I'm the one who said Jonathan there.
Oh, now you're.
She's
I'm
been
sorry.
saying Jonathan for like the past 20 minutes.
I haven't been fucking. You know what? I haven't eaten. I haven't fucking.
Because
eaten
that's your
anything
name.
tonight. No, it's not. I haven't. I haven't
Oh.
eaten anything since like 2:00 today.
Yeah, I was like, oh, you'll beat me up. I'm sorry. That would be painful.
I'm gonna have to. Okay.
Do I sound like Mike? Oh, that's
No,
depressing.
you don't.
I'm sorry, Mike.
What the fuck?
I don't want to sound like you.
Too late.
Mike, you're a good friend and
Too
everything,
late.
but you have an awesome face. You have an awful voice.
Oh
I'm sorry.
shit!
Damn.
Shots fired. Shots fired. I'm sorry, I didn't mean that.
Yeah, of course you didn't. People tell me how great my voice is all the time.
Oh my god.
Unfortunately.
I'm gonna end up having to fight everyone in the chooch. Like everyone's going to have to taste my blade. It seems.
I'm really excited to get a picture with John in front of all my Transformers.
Careful, John. I actually am trained to use a sword.
Well, I'm not. I'm just gonna do like a bunch of dumb poses, and then you're just gonna like stab me in the head, and then I'll die, and that'll be it.
Probably the wrist.
Don't worry,
actually.
John. My arteries
It's
will kill me
epic.
before you can.
Probably the wrist. Yeah, because the way I was trained to fence is epee, where the whole body's target, and if you're just fishing for points, you hit them in the closest part available, which is usually their wrist.
All right. That's actually interesting. Here you go. Choo Choo Premium. Subscribe now. You can get Lauren Bowley's fencing training. You can learn fencing from the master.
There's not really a whole lot to it. Just
Shh,
stab people
Don't-
in the wrist.
We could. This is a legitimate. This is a legitimate way we could ask for money.
Oh right, you want to sell
yes,
it, of
yes,
course.
premium content. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, if you subscribe to the Video Game Choo Choo Patreon, we'll send you fencing tips.
Subscribe to the Video Game Choo Choo Patreon.
All right, now I don't want to do it. Now I don't want to do it. It's
Okay. There's two more questions I want to
Yeah, sure.
Anonymous asks, FMK Beetlejuice, Slimer, Casper.
No, I answer this on my Tumblr because whoever
What's the question exactly?
Fuck,
fuck,
marry,
marry,
kill.
kill. You have to choose one to fuck, one to marry, and one to kill. Now,
I don't know who Beetlejuice is.
you don't know
so they'll
Beetlejuice?
die. Slimer. I'm not sure about fucking Slimer, but I'd probably melt them down and then use them as lube.
A lot of people think about that. Honestly, you're not the first.
And Casper seems nice enough, so I'd probably marry them, and they'd probably also be cool with being a beard. No offense, Casper, but you're just too much of a guy for me.
Honestly, I could see that. I could see Casper just being like, "Yeah, no, I'm cool, just chilling," you know.
Wait, who sent this in again?
An anonymous user.
Anonymous.
Anonymous
user. Oh.
Okay, now let me go over this though. All right. This person actually sent in like the same question like 4 times. They really they wanted this answered immediately. Like it was pressing how much they needed to fucking hear. But the thing is though is that they specifically wanted to hear from me. Like they were like, "Mike, John hasn't answered this yet. Who would John fuck, marry, or kill?" So I threw the question out to the world. I posted it on my Tumblr and I was like, "What the fuck?" And the consensus came back that it would be fuck Beetlejuice, marry Casper, kill Slimer. That was the consensus. They're saying, yeah, Beetlejuice would be wild in the sack, and then Casper's nice, so you marry him. And then Slimer you just kill because he's nasty and he'd probably bite your dick if you tried to fuck him. So I don't want Slimer to bite me penis. And
I mean, I kill Slimer as a byproduct of the way I fuck him.
exactly. So you're knocking 2 birds out with 1 stone there. That's pretty solid. I commend that. But like, just I don't know. I don't really want to fuck any ghosts in general. And like I said, that was just the consensus that everyone on Tumblr took to. You know, like I would feel weird marrying Casper because Casper is a child ghost. If there was some sort of spell to age Casper up, maybe it wouldn't be as so weird. But it would still be kind of weird because they're ghosts. And it'd be fucked up to marry a ghost because you... Okay, here's what I realized. If you wanted to stay with a ghost, one of 2 things would have to happen. Either you'd have to help that ghost finish whatever, like, tied them to the earth so they could pass on, and then you'd have to make sure that you passed on to the same afterlife that they did so, like, you could stay with them.
Not worth it.
Or you'd have to...
You just divorce them.
Yeah, or you'd have to make sure that you became a ghost, too. So you'd have to make sure that there's unfinished business for you when you died.
Oh, well, that's easy. Making fun of Jonathan.
What the fuck? That's not my name!
I'm sorry,
John,
John.
just change your name to Jonathan and this ends.
No, because I like being just John.
I'm only doing it because it gets a rise out of you.
I like that a lot of different people have like come to this conclusion on their own. That
What?
John gets really funny when you say Jonathan.
Yeah, I'm sorry,
All
man.
right. You said you had one more question. What is it?
Yeah, there was one more happy hour Inkay question.
I also have something that ties to something.
It's
that
the last one.
I have something that ties to what we were talking about last
right.
week. I'll talk about it really quick. Tumblr user Fayril sent in like basically just a correction. We were talking about how what would happen if Chrom and Fire Emblem Awakening didn't have any if there weren't any female party members from Nemeri.
Oh yeah, we were talking about
Fayril
that.
said that if there's no valid marriage questions for Chrom, he will just end up marrying a generic villager.
Oh, so you can.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Alternatively, if he meets Olivia and they manage to get enough relationship points, even though she shows up after Lucina would appear, they'll get married and retroactively she'll become Lucina's mother just through like
That's so
time
strange.
magic. Yeah. And your final question.
Yeah, it's just another Happy Hour Inkay question. Happy Hour Inkay asks, are Tits life and is Hass hometown?
Thought we established this.
Well, no, they're looking for a solid yes or no answer.
We're gonna settle this right now in this fucking podcast.
All right, man.
Both of you. I want
Okay.
the one-word answers. Are you tits or ass? Lauren Boley, go first.
Oh god, that's hard.
Okay, we'll come back to you. John Machonsky.
Tits.
I'd also like to say, with this question, we are not objectifying anybody. We're not.
We kind of
We
are.
kind of are. We kind of are.
Okay, then Lauren, you're the only one who can answer this question. It's okay.
Fuck! What the fuck?
My girlfriend.
We don't mean anything bad by this question.
No, you
I
don't.
don't.
We know.
But
So
now,
that's why
now you're
Lauren has
making,
to-
now,
Lauren-
now you're making me
Sorry.
bad.
Lauren, you have to answer.
Yeah. Okay.
Or you don't have
my
to.
girlfriend.
John has to, but
My
you don't
girlfriend
have
has
to.
recently converted me into an ass woman.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
That's a good answer. We got one on each side.
Mike, are you going to be the tiebreaker, or are you just going to be a motherfucker and sit there?
You think I'm dumb enough to answer that question?
End this show. End this charade. End this fucking facade.
Bye, everyone.
I'm gonna have to edit this episode thoroughly. I can't do this. This is a fucking travesty.
I'm sorry.
I apologize.
All right,
for
so
nothing.
should we wrap this up?
Let's wrap this
up.
Sure.
Are we done? Okay. All right. If you want to send in questions, better questions than these, for God's no, these were good questions. Please send in good questions to videogamechoochoo.com or videogamechoochoo.tumblr.com/ask. There is a link on our regular ass website, videogamechoochoo.com. Feel free to use that. Feel free to look at our website. Are either of you working on anything right now?
No.
Schoolwork.
Yeah, same.
All right, then we're in the same boat. Cause yep, same here. I mean, Mike, are you gonna review Auras when that comes out?
I'm going to review what?
Pokemon.
Oh.
Yeah, that.
Yeah, I forgot about that actually. Was that a Friday release?
It's coming out the 21st, same day as Smash.
Is that a Friday release?
Yes.
That's weird.
Yeah.
All right. Maybe actually. Depends on
Okay.
like how I've used my budget for that, or unless
Yeah,
Will's brother shoots me a copy. Oh yeah, that's right. I also played some Smash Brothers on Wii U. I don't know if I can talk about that.
Everyone's been streaming shit. Like, I think the only thing you can't talk about is like some secret stages.
Well, the only thing me and Will played was like right out of the box. Like he opened the shrink wrap, put it in, we played a little bit, and then he went off to get his gains.
Yeah, because everyone's been like streaming
Yeah.
shit, so you can probably talk about it. But I don't know. I don't know if there's anything you could really say because
Okay.
it's just Smash.
So, when are we doing 3, 2, 1 stop?
I'll
I just thought we were
I'll
done.
do it. Are we almost done?
Oh, okay.
No,
Thought
we're
that-
not. We're still we're wrapping up. But no, yeah. Is there anything you want to point out, Mike, about Smash or?
Nothing that would be of any use to anyone.
All right. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I'm definitely picking up Smash on Friday for the Wii U with like a GameCube adapter and probably an amiibo. So I don't know. Maybe I'll write something about that. Maybe I don't know. Because I mean, Mike's review of the 3DS version is fine, and I don't know if there's gonna be enough that'll really sway a different score from me. Like I still think the Smash on the 3DS is fucking awesome, and I'd probably end up giving it a 5, but I don't think there would be that much different from the Wii U and the 3DS version. Like, there's a lot of new shit in that game, but I don't think there's enough for me to, like, write a whole new review that says much of different. So, I don't know. I'll probably just end up talking about what's different on the show next week, and talk about how amiibos work, maybe. Whatever. We'll see. We'll see. But yeah, we're busy people. Got a lot of shit to do. So this podcast, you got to subsist on this podcast until winter break, and then we'll probably start churning shit out. So thanks for listening, everybody. Is there anything you all want to plug before we completely finish?
Yeah. I tried to work this in earlier, but I'm just gonna say it now. Michanski Bo.
Oh yeah, you were gonna do the other thing. Isn't that right, Mike Moemano?
That's true. We'll do that next
Yeah,
week.
we will do that next week.
Jesus.
We'll make stupid Moe puns.
All right. Yeah, there you go. I hope you all wait for them with bated breath.
Reviewers love stupid Moe
Bated
puns.
Fuck.
All right, let's end this. Okay. Thanks for listening, everyone. Namaste.